Hey everyone, welcome back to the Linesmen, episode 18. Again, back in the studio over here at Hedgebetter headquarters worldwide. So we're going to dub this episode, I think it feels right, calling it The Return of the King. We're going to be the Oscar-nominated version of The Lord of the Rings here. Seeing your boy, Ronaldo, back on your squad. I just need to hear how you felt that entire game. Just all of your emotions.
I was
from
buzzing.
beginning to end.
I was buzzing. Just the moment he stepped on the pitch to the minute he left was just absolute electricity.
I mean, was it ever in doubt that he was going to score? Was it just a guarantee? He was
minus 225 to score.
Was it?
I hammered that.
Oh my god! Incredible. The first goal was just just like the most classic Ronaldo, where he's just like always in the right spot.
Yep.
The ball just bounces out to him. Mm-hmm. The worst goaltending I've ever seen. Bounces it directly out into the middle.
It's not what you do with the ball; it's what you do without the ball.
Exactly.
He was there in the right spot. That second goal though that he scored was pretty.
Oh no, that was sick. That was him showcasing himself again. I mean, Old Trafford was going wild.
I want the highlights without the commentary, just to see when those goals are scored. Just how crazy the fans are going.
Just how loud everybody got.
Oh my god! Even even I'll say it. Even Ronaldo's goals, those weren't the best goals that they scored that day.
No.
That Bruno goal.
I was gonna say Bruno's. I think was probably the best, and I think that the call for that goal was probably what made it even better. And they were like, as soon as it goes in, he's like, Bruno, telling you, don't forget about me.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Portugal 4, Newcastle United 1.
Were you nervous at all?
When they equalized?
Because they equalized pretty quickly.
We scored United scored at halftime, right before halftime, with an extra time, and then 10 minutes into the second half, Newcastle equalized. And you know what? That's just the only thing that United's missing is a solid defensive midfielder. Honestly, if they
because you haven't really been using Pogba in that, and he can do it, but that's not really what he's happy with. No. Although you were playing him in that position.
And he picked up another assist. He set the record for most assists in 4 games in the Premier League. So
Jesus,
7.
Really?
7 assists. Bruno's has 4 goals in 4 matches.
Yeah, they gave him a perfect 9.0 rating, Pogba, in that game. Yeah. I mean, Messi, when he played, when he was in Argentina, he scored 3 goals. They didn't even give him a perfect 9.
Here's the thing, though. We're wasting Donny van de Beek. He could be a perfect pivot player, that pivot midfielder that some teams really would want to have on. He would be starting every game on a different team. And now, Fred wasn't allowed to play because of that whole Brazil fiasco. I think we can get into that a little later. And then McTominay had groin surgery. He should be back at the end of the month. And we decided to play Nemanja Matic over.
And now all of a sudden, you guys have too many mouths to feed.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
This is the thing that you were hating on City for too. So you got to do something with the boys.
Here's the thing with Fred. I like his work rate. I think he's a hustler. Where he lacks in skill and speed, he makes up for and just at pure hustle. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't playing good teams. That doesn't help you. Teams that can possess the ball, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Van de Beek, I think he's the perfect blend of attacking, but he can also defend very well. And he's probably the key. With McTominay out, I don't see anyone who should be starting over Van de Beek.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do when Cavani comes back too? How does that kind of change up?
And Rashford.
Oh, and Rashford too. Yeah, that's right. So that's three other players that should be starters.
Yeah.
Right. So and all kind of up in the forward. So do you put Cavani then there playing up at the 9, and then do you push Ronaldo out to his natural position of wing, or can he not really pull that off anymore?
I think he can pull it off.
Yeah,
he's Ronaldo.
I mean, he's
fucking Ronaldo. I don't think anyone. Everyone was talking about he's you're not getting the same Ronaldo. I was no, we're getting the same Ronaldo.
yeah, we're still getting a very, very, very good Ronaldo.
It's like Tom Brady. I know. But
no, it's exactly like that. It's
you're not getting the same Tom Brady that you had at the Pats. No, it's that and then some.
Yeah, it's a different version. It's got more of an understanding of what's going on. So it's not just the athletic freak.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of my athleticism, but damn, do I know how much better to be in this position, or how often the ball is going to move its way this way, and just reading the game.
So I don't know if you know this, but new transfers to teams have to do like sing a song, like kind of like hazing a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And it was Ronaldo's turn. He didn't sing. He gave like a speech for his thing, and he goes, yeah, we're a great team. Like we got a good coach, got a lot of good players, but the level we have to step our level up if we want to win something. And that was his speech.
Nice, I love that.
I was like, oh my god, dude, we're gonna win. We have to win something this year.
You should. There's no way you don't win at least one cup. The team's too good. Your team is too stacked. Like barring just some major injuries or little things like that you can't really account for. I mean, your team's entirely too stacked.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo looked he looked like that dude. So I mean, everybody could say like, oh, it's just a name, and then you see him in his first game. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous for you guys a little bit there with Castle. Castle's just one of these weird teams, dude, where it just seems like they're due to win, and they keep putting themselves in positions to kind of like push the game, tie the game, go up in the game, and they just can't finish it out. Something always happens.
They have a solid counterattack, and they're a team that just never gives up. They just grind it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You respect that. That's what makes the Premier League great. No team is down and out at all.
Yeah.
Unless you're Arsenal.
Yeah, they're going to be mid to lower part of the table, but they could beat any team.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was like, okay, when are they going to do it? When are they going to do it? And then they scored, and I go, ooh, wait a second. Are they going to do it this game, the game that nobody thought they'd be able to do anything?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Moving on, though. Back to your team. What happened?
Oh, my God. That game was brutal, man.
Let me.
So there's nothing worse than waking up at 7 a.m., right? Like 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Like, this is your day off to be like, nice. I'm excited. Let's watch some soccer. I get myself a cup of coffee. I'm lying on, I'm sitting on the couch. And I was just like, ugh. It was. I don't even know what to say about it. We were pushing in the very first 10, 15 minutes, and then as soon as we lost Dyer, boom, it was like everything went out. I mean, Kane just looked exhausted. Like he had just played 3 games in a row or 2 games or whatever for the international team. He didn't really look like he was fully up to form. We didn't have Son back yet. We didn't have Romero available either. So our back line was super we're having Emery out there playing. Ooh. The guy's been on the team for like 4 days. Yeah. Like, he's got no chemistry with these dudes. He doesn't know anything. And you could just see him running around. It was just like running around in circles. And I mean, it was a little interesting, for a bit because Tottenham was really still holding on. Yeah. You're like, are they going to sneak away somehow and still get a point out of this?
I was really expecting them to sneak away at one point.
It almost felt like that. Like, I started feeling like that, and as soon as I did, boom. it went the other way. I mean, the Tanganga, that whole little, mix-up that he had.
Fiasco.
That was it's ridiculous. What the hell was going on right there? Tanganga leveled Zaha. Leveled him.
So here's the thing. 30 seconds before Zaha got the ball, was charging down the wing, Crystal Palace refused to kick the ball out.
Yeah.
I forget. He was down injured.
Somebody was on the other side lying down, and they were all, and that's what he was pissed about it, because he's like, that's my guy over there. Yeah. Like stop.
But you watch the replay of that guy going down. Nothing happened.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Nothing happened.
No.
But to do that, he was the last offender too. If he was anywhere near the box or in the box, he did that. That's automatic.
Oh, that's instant red card, penalty kick.
But the fact to do that, and then for Zaha to get up and kind of
he threw hands. It looked like he was real close to just falling a full punch and just had to hold himself back.
Yeah. Real time, he looked like he punched him, but it was more like the forearm, the shoulder action.
You could see you could almost see him live, changing his mind. Yeah. Like he got up and he was like, "Yup," and then as he was doing it, he was just like, he did whatever he could to not hit him. And you wouldn't want to do that with Tanganga. That guy's huge.
Yeah, he's up.
Zaha, you're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that, bro.
Yeah. It's just so funny to see these types of players react like that. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. No, 100%. got me out of my seat because the game was pretty slow and I was just watching the boys hang on, and then something like that happened. I go, oh shit!
Yeah, but like
just screaming in my living room.
That ref, he took. Watching that game, he was letting like a lot of ticky tacky like fouls go. Stuff that should be called, but he wasn't calling it, and like.
Well, that's what was weird because I didn't think that he was being consistent with his calls.
No, he wasn't.
Because then that second yellow that Tanganga got was something that he was just barely even calling before. Like, it wasn't that bad of a foul.
Yeah.
Didn't touch the guy's legs. He pulled back.
Yeah.
Like he missed
the
the ball by like an inch.
He went in with 2 feet, and I think and he did it right in front of him. And
I know
that's kind of just a dead giveaway.
It was tough, but like if you watch the play happen again, and he pulls both his legs back in to keep him away from tripping the guy. He just realized that he was just like a half second too late.
Yep.
And once you commit, you commit.
Yeah, you're
but he
done.
pulled away, and so to me, when I see somebody pull their legs back in, I don't look at that as a yellow. You keep those spikes out, you keep your leg out. That's when the yellow is. But I think in his understanding, he did everything he could for player safety.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing the yellows for.
It was just the timing of it. It was,
and then I was like 5 minutes after that before you know that they're still staring at you, right?
Yeah.
Like they're waiting for you to make some stupid bonehead mistake again.
He was just waiting for it, and as soon as he did, he didn't even hesitate with that card.
He went.
He didn't even write it down first. He just went straight yellow and then fucking back red.
And then we had to bring in freaking Ben White.
That is a terrible handle. That was more of a natural.
He's so bad. He gave up both the first 2 goals.
Yeah, that was tough. As soon as Tanganga got that yellow card, Crystal Palace was all over you guys.
Oh yeah,
100%.
No, they were just pushing because they knew that there was a weakness there.
Yeah.
And Zaha was having a great game. He was speeding. He was speeding down the left side. So as soon as we lose a guy like Tanganga who's playing, that left back for us, then we're done. Like that's it, because now we have Emery who has to slide over. We put Ben White playing at center back, and again, I'm telling you, Emery was just running in circles.
Yeah,
like he didn't know how to play off his players. He didn't know where he was expecting somebody else. He was just running in circles, just like behind people. Mm-hmm. And so that's not really true defending. And so he needs another week or so to really get in, learn what position he's going to be playing and how they want to use him for this team.
Yeah,
but in a game like that, he has to play completely out of position on a team he doesn't know.
Yeah, that's kind of Nuno's fault. He signed him at least a week and a half. Don't even put him in the match.
It was a numbers problem though. That was the thing. We didn't
take someone up from the academy.
Yeah,
he would know better than.
No, you're not wrong, and I think that probably was what that's what they were hoping. But again, he probably wasn't expecting to lose Dyer.
Yeah,
so,
no one's expecting to lose
when you get an injury like that, now do you really want to carry another guy?
Yeah.
You have Ben White in there for those emergencies. You don't like to use him because he's terrible. But he's probably still gonna be better than some young kid you're bringing up. At least he has, some experience, some games under his belt. But no, that was terrible. And not scoring a single goal, even though you're a man down. I think you still got to get something in there. And I think we had what was it? Let me look at the numbers. I think it was 2 shots on net. I think that we might not have even had a single shot on net. I'm not kidding. I can't even remember one except for maybe the first 10 minutes. I think that there was a little push, but outside of that, I don't think we had
one shot on target.
And I'm not kidding. I think it was minute 10.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we had the ball inside of their box maybe twice the rest of the game, just in that general zone.
Yeah.
Twice the rest of the game after minute 10, and it. Oh man! I mean, I would have felt very happy if we were able to pull out a tie, get a point out of that, because the team just looked out of sorts, and I hated that they were saying it the whole time. The whole curse of being the coach of the month, and Nuno is refusing to touch the little trophy that they give him. He's like, I know how these things curse everybody.
Oh yeah!
And then instantly they just got rolled on by Crystal Palace, and to Crystal Palace's defense too, they're a good team.
Patrick Vieira has that team ready to go.
They have been playing very good to start the season.
Arsenal
just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It just hasn't happened. Yeah, and there wasn't. No, exactly. That's what I was really hoping that the game that it happened. Who was it? The game against my guys?
Yeah. It happens though. That kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, and then just everything just went downhill after that for your boy. My Bills lost on Sunday too, so it's like I had the worst viewing of games. Just
he said he was going to talk about this, and I'm very intrigued because you said you were about to punch some people here.
Oh, I almost killed everybody. Well, I'm a super I'm not just stitious, I'm superstitious.
You're a little stitious.
I'm just a little stitious. And I'm one of those people who likes if I'm in my zone, in my spot, I want to be there. Yeah. I can't be moved. We're winning when I was on this side, and my roommate had gone up and talked to these. We were at the Harp. Bills backers, baby.
You're at the Harp.
Yep, it's a Bills bar every Sunday. But he met these two random girls that were 6'4", 6'5", looked like volleyball players, and all of a sudden I'm just surrounded by these three girls that are a foot taller than me. I was like, what the hell is going on? And they're all just trying to flirt the entire time, and I'm just no. I'm here to watch football. Is my
girlfriend, the second's Bills Mafia.
It might be Bills first. Sorry, Britt. But no, so I ended up just moving to the other side of the table because I just couldn't do it. This one girl put this chair in front of me, sat down and turned, and she was just staring at me. Just kept looking at me, and I was like, "This is so uncomfortable." I was like, "I'm like, are you trying? You want you want me to talk to you or something?" I don't want to talk to you. Can you tell that I don't stop looking back at me?
Did you say you had a girlfriend?
No, I didn't. I didn't even introduce myself. I just ignored them, bro.
You have to give them. Dude, the more you ignore them, the more they want to talk. You
should
have just said
maybe
something.
I don't know, man. I didn't want anything to do with it.
But no, but that,
dude, I'm telling you, that was because then all of a sudden I left from that side. Now they're on that side of the table. They got a couple other people that showed up talking with them, and now all of a sudden the whole place that I saved up that I sit and watch the game at every time is gone. And my roommate was hammered, so he was just like, "It's not my fault." And I was like, "It's your fault, you jerk. I'm blaming you for this loss."
Oh man. Taking L.
So that was me. My Spurs lost, my Bills lost. I mean, terrible sport week for me. I was terrified to place bets for anything just because of the opening games and how poorly I did last week. I only took a couple, and one that I was the absolute most confident about is this next game here was I took the over
on Southampton.
Yeah, in the Southampton West Ham game.
I honestly stayed away from that game. 100%.
It's just those two teams' expected goals have been I think they're 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
For the season, it's an insane thing. So each game they are just dominating, and they're fast as hell, and they score. Southampton's been scoring. West Ham's been scoring. And this is both two teams that kind of play that loose style, fast-paced.
Yeah.
And the ball was moving. The ball was moving all over the place. It wasn't like it was a stagnant game. The fact that it was 0-0
is insane.
I was just like, oh, okay, so that's happening.
Southampton,
there,
huh? I think they've tied their last couple games.
Yeah.
Here.
I almost doubled down, too, and not just took the over, but I was also trying to get a bet down for both teams to score. I'm like, damn, that would have sucked.
Yeah, they've had 3 ties in a row. They tied United and then in the league.
Yeah.
United, Newcastle, West Ham. 3 ties in a row. And listen, they're hanging around. They only have 3 points, but
the West Ham game 2 weeks ago, that was that crazy finish where they had the penalty called in the 93rd minute of the 93rd.
That was insane.
That's a crazy thing. Yeah. So they got a little lucky with that one, but But I mean, they've been scoring nonetheless.
Yeah.
And they've been letting up goals. So it's it was one of those games that where the expected script just gets flipped.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all of those reasons why they should be putting goals in were the reasons why they weren't.
Yeah.
Because both teams were just tossing it back and forth at each other and just bouncing the ball around, not really setting up plays, just shooting, just moving.
Just trying to get anything on net to go in.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Right? Yeah. It was just high volume. That's what they were looking for. But it
ended
up being a boring ass game. I'm not gonna lie. Not because there weren't any goals, I felt like nothing really happened.
Yeah.
There weren't any big moments. I can't even think back on it. Being oh. I don't think there was a single moment I went, oh. You know, like usually that happens somewhere. Somebody gets knocked over.
At least once.
Somebody makes a good crossover or something. Like, oh, no. Nothing.
That's what you get, like mid-level teams who are just trying to survive, get points, and move on with their
both teams, 0 big chances.
Yeah, that's tough.
Right? But 8 chances created. So, like, what happened? Right? Like, what? Like,
who knows?
it was just always that last move or that last defender, you know, and it just gets knocked back, and now the counter's on.
So now
and then they lose it, and then the counter's on.
they play Man City next week.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested to see what happens. Like, Man City, besides, like, a couple cakewalks, like, they haven't been playing.
They've been playing bottom barrel.
Yeah, they've been playing. Now that they beat Leicester 1-0, which was kind of a snooze fest game as well.
And that's what happens when they play Leicester. Last season before that, Leicester just plays them in that kind of tight game.
Yeah.
And Leicester actually had their number. Leicester, I think they beat them twice last year.
Yes, they did.
And like that was one of those games where they could have lost.
Yeah.
They just don't match up well against that defense.
No, they do not.
It's just the perfect storm for Leicester, the way that they can match up against Man 100%. City, which not very many people can say.
No, they can't.
But Leicester has that.
I'm intrigued though. I'm kind of excited to see the Southampton team go up against, because if they could do it against United, they could definitely do what they did to Man City.
No, exactly. Granted, it was a different United team really than what you have now. Yeah. Even the guys that you had, well, you still had some injuries. I think at the time. Who was? I think somebody else was out. Well, Rashford was out, but
Cavani wasn't there.
Cavani's, you didn't have Cavani.
We had Martial, Greenwood, and Sancho.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. But like other than that, like that should have been a.
But no, that's what I wrote down here too in my notes. I was just like, can Southampton continue to get points? Like, are they just going to continue to get points? Like,
if they tie this game, who do they play after Man City here? Yeah, they play City, and then they play South, and then they play the Wolves. That'll be a good game. We should put that one on.
I was gonna say that actually might be a fun game.
They play Wolves, and then Chelsea, Leeds, Burnley, Watford. That's like they can get points.
Yeah.
In almost every game. Maybe not the Chelsea game, and maybe not the City game, but like all those other games.
Yep. They're
up for grabs.
Oh man, are they? I don't want to have another team mixing in the middle right now, because I know my Spurs are about to drop a couple games right now, and we're gonna have. I feel like Southampton and so the other team that has been just grabbing points, and I think is going to be jumping up to the mid-level too. This other game here, it's Brighton. I think that people are sleeping on this team. I've been saying it since week one. Last year they had I think the highest amount of expected goals without scoring.
Yeah.
Without getting them in. So like they're due for that type of positive regression where those start going in. Like they created a lot of scoring opportunities. And we already know how sound they are on defense. They don't give up. They don't give up goals at all.
They lost their best defender. Now they're fucking studs on defense. That makes
but they were good on defense last year too, though. You know, like they're just one of those teams that just plays. They play tight together and they know each other. I feel like this team, they've been playing together and they know each other very well. Mm-hmm. And I'm all in on them jumping into the top 7 this year. I think that they're going to finish right around. So? I think they could get to 7, man.
Hey, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
I think that we're going to see Brighton and Everton. Those are going to be my 2 picks to jump up and be fighting it out for that Europe spot.
Now, Everton, I could definitely see.
Yeah,
Everton are looking good. They're for once in a long time. They're just looking like a team that can just take it to you again and again and again.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they haven't played. They haven't played the best of the best yet, but
they've done what they're supposed to do. They're not just squeaking by either. They're being dominant. I'm obsessed with Decore, so I love watching Everton.
That kid.
He's so nasty. Like everything, all his first touches are just incredible.
Yeah, they are. He's such a strong player.
Yeah,
he's such a strong.
And he just roams around.
Yeah,
I just feel like he's always on the attack and always involved. And when they score, you're like, oh, Decore must have done something. And more often than not, it's a yeah. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
What am I looking at here?
Wolves finally got their first win of the season.
Yeah.
It was due. It was so due. They look again. They were like NewCastle. They were so due for a win.
Yeah.
And it feels good to see them finally like like what we said in the beginning of the season. It's gonna take some time for them to figure it out, and now that they have a win, I think they're gonna be a little more.
They're gonna be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean it was against Watford,
Yeah.
so it's not like they beat up on some dominant team.
No.
And the first goal that was against them, was that the own goal?
Yeah, it was more.
Somebody who was it? They header directly into the goal. There was no. I don't know what he was thinking. He was hoping that the guys in front of him were going to be able to actually deflect it, or they're going to clear it, and it just didn't happen. And he's like, "Oh shit, the ball's in my face!" Just slams it directly down to the line and into the goal. It looked like a great header if he was trying to score that.
It was that second goal that they scored though. That South Korean. What's his face? Hee-Chain Hwang or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the South Korean?
Is that his first game with the team?
That was the first game with the team.
Okay.
Great.
Incredible.
Goal. Yeah. I don't know. I'll share it with you after the game, but there was a tweet where they did the South Korean commentary for it. It was the most electric.
Oh, they were just going at it?
They were going crazy.
I love that.
You just heard his name for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then all of it was just inaudible screaming. They might have been saying stuff, I'm not sure, but they were just going nuts.
Yeah.
I felt so good. He sat back 2 weeks ago and he saw United beat Wolves at the death, which is kind of shitty to see. You just moved there and your team's getting
dominated. Yeah.
That game. I don't know if we talked about it, but that was not a dominant game.
Which
Wolves was dominating United the whole time.
I guess maybe
they were. I'll admit it.
Okay,
they were. United just didn't look up to the task that game, and they just looked like they didn't want to be there. They weren't stringing passes together. They weren't doing what needed to be done.
Yeah.
But then, Mason Greenwood, 85th minute, freaking buried one.
Doing it.
But yeah, they're a good team.
This honestly though, the Watford game was fun. The Watford Wolves game, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.
I love when it was just speed versus speed in that game. You got Traore on the outside, and then you have Sarr on the other side. But dude, I'm telling you, those guys they're just so fast.
Yeah.
So it's just so fun to watch those because there's always chances being created. Just always. Traore turns the corner on everybody.
Yeah.
You can't stop him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that he oils himself up so much or
the only way that you could stop him is if you let him run on the wing and you just keep him outside.
You just kind of push him out.
You
yeah.
Keep just
cutting off his angle.
Yeah, push him towards the sideline.
But he's strong too though, so he can make a move and Lukaku, and he can put his body on you and spin it around.
He can make a move, but if you force him to make a play, which is what a lot of teams will do, it's not happening.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that touch. He has speed and power, and he can make moves, and that's it. But you put him in a position where he needs to make a play, pass the ball, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we already talked about that. You said he couldn't finish.
Yeah,
he can't create that last little bit. If he could,
he just doesn't have. I feel like he's still got the yips. You look at a guy like that, and it's one of those guys who has all the talent in the world, but for some reason, he gets up to the plate.
Yeah.
And it's like he's swinging with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
He just for everything he's been good at for his entire life is just gone, and he has no idea why.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like out there.
I think he just needs one goal.
He needs to see one strong outside the box, top corner, he that type, an absolute rip.
Yeah.
That way he can be okay, that's what that feels like.
And then he'll just
I'm back,
going.
baby.
Yeah, I can see that. Talking about another strong guy, Lukaku, just working the Villa, working them.
This was a game that I looked at and I almost wanted to be I think Villa might be able to play with Chelsea. They started. This is the other team outside of the Wolves that we were saying needs that couple games under their belt, kind of work it together.
I think they can put it together. They played very well for so long, but damn,
they got absolutely manhandled.
Edward Mendy,
he's so good.
What a fucking guy.
Is he the best goalie
right now
in Premier?
Yeah, I think so. 100%.
I think so too.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I don't know who else you would say. Pickford?
No, not even close.
Right? No, but that's the only that would be my next person.
That double save was in
yeah.
He had it. He saved it. Gave up a massive rebound, and then all of a sudden he was just back
up
feet,
again,
and he got fingertips on the ball. I was just
yeah.
Oh my god.
just a insane blend of just like size, speed, and knowledge. Like I feel as though. Oh, there we go. I'm not trying to watch that. Those are the highlights, folks. Yeah, like I just feel like it's that little mix because what he does and what we always talk about for good goalkeeping isn't necessarily just out there making those saves. It's what are you doing with your communication on the back line, telling your guys where to get into the right places, and then when you make a save, making sure that you're leaving it out there for your players to help you with. And that's what he does.
Yeah.
So it's not just the fact that he's tall, long, athletic, and making ridiculous things, but he's putting his guys in the right place to help them out and to like be in the best position to set their own blocks.
He's a fucking beast.
Yeah. And that's just like it's just unfair because Chelsea's team's already so good. Like, do they really need to have the best goalie too? That's what we're looking at now.
I mean, it's a 4-way tie for first.
Yeah,
four dogs in the race. 3 of them have the same goal differential. Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. They're just unbelievable.
Yeah, and I mean other teams that are just kind of floating around in there too. Yeah, that are taking points.
City's there. They have 9 with that loss from Leicester, from Tottenham. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Everton's right there. Tottenham, Brighton, and Man City all at 9. West Ham and Leicester have 8 and 6. Like they're like 1 to 9 is 4 points away. That's how crazy it is.
No, that's the thing that's going to suck for Tottenham right now is goal differential, man. Like until we start scoring, we're not going to be able to compete with the other teams. Like we're not jumping up into a top 4 because we can't score. Right, so I said that week.
You know
one.
What? Yeah, I said that week 1.
Well, I don't know. I think we'll see how it works out when they finally figure out how they're going to be playing these subs and moving our guys around. But we're guaranteed a goal every game if we have Son and Kane together. Yeah, guaranteed. We will not get blanketed if they're both on the field together. I'm positive, but. If they're not, we need somebody else to be able to fucking score.
Speaking of scoring goals, Mo Salah, fastest to 100 goals.
Really?
5th. I want to say he's the 5th fastest.
Okay.
To get 100 goals, and it was like 172 games.
Is that 100? Is that 100 all for Premier? Is that what you mean?
100 Premier League goals in 172 games, I think, or something crazy like that.
He is very good.
So fucking good.
He is very good.
He's so good.
He's almost like an annoying player though. Like I almost don't like.
I don't like him
for him.
I don't like him.
You know what I mean? But like,
I don't like him.
But you gotta, give credit where credit's due, type of thing.
Yeah. I'll give him all the credit. He can just bury a ball, no matter what. He's such a good player. But man, Liverpool Leeds. Like, when do you think Leeds will pull it together?
I don't know.
They are a dumpster fire of a team right now. And not in a bad way. Like they have all the right pieces. They have some good players. I think Bamford. They were talking about it on like the commentary. They were talking about it. Like Bamford, he plays like right on the edge of the last defender. Yeah. Kind of like almost on an offsides because he's not fast enough. He's not fast. He is not a fast player. And it's kind of tough to get balls to your forward, your striker, if he's not fast. You can't put a ball in behind Virgil van Dijk. It'll take him 4 steps to get to the ball. Dude's like 6'7".
Yeah.
But like now they have Dan James on the wing. You could put him at striker. Is he the best finisher? Not really, but he's fast.
Do they? When did they get James?
Last week.
Right I didn't even see that.
Transfer window ended.
Oh, I did not see that move. I'm like, wait a second. Are you sure?
So what happened is Cavani gave the 7 to Ronaldo. And then Cavani got his 21 back from Dan James.
Oh, makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I like Dan James too.
I like Dan James too. I think he's a good player.
Well, obviously he's the odd man out for you. I mean, where is he supposed to play?
Yep.
So odd man
that's
out.
Where he's playing. Yeah.
Did he play in this game?
No, he didn't. Okay. Unfortunately, he should have. He would have made a difference.
That's what you're saying right there. I mean, that makes perfect sense because he is at speed. Yeah. He's got to be one of the fastest guys in the game.
Has to be. He's young and he's fat. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. There it is.
If I was Bielsa, I'd be like, let me put freaking. Oh no, yeah, he did. He got subbed in at the 68th minute.
Okay.
After they were losing 2-0, and they had a red card. So it's kind of here, play some garbage minutes.
Yeah. Make something happen or whatever.
I really hope that he starts games soon. Like he deserves. He's better than a lot of players on their team. I hate to say it.
No, I mean, Who's he going to go in for? Maybe Harrison because he plays on that side, so he'd be playing for Jack.
Rafinha's not going anywhere. He's a staple. In that squad.
He's their dude. But I mean, he could slide in and play if he needed to. But I would prefer him on the outside.
He could take out Dallas. He could take out Harrison.
Is Leeds always rocking that 4-1-4-1?
Always.
That's like their thing, right? Because they have Calvin Phillips, so like why not? That guy covers the field.
Come up with a better fucking formation. Maybe you'll start winning games. I don't like
funny.
Bielsa.
Well, you say the same thing. This is how the Wolves play it too, right?
Yeah.
I wonder why it took you so long.
Switch your position. Switch your formation. You're going to start scoring goals. God damn.
It is a weird formation. I would love to like actually sit down and just kind of like map out, or like they got a couple of websites I think that show you like map out like how their team tracks. Like I'd love to see their rotations in this.
I would love to see that.
Like
the
what?
The heat maps.
Yeah.
Those things are sweet.
Where are they rotating? Who's playing what?
Well, when they were playing, their back line was just in shambles.
Yeah.
Because they were going up against Jota, Mane, and Salah and Fabinho. That disgusted. Did you watch that Harvey Elliott injury?
No.
Oh, it was nasty.
It was bad?
Yeah, not great.
I always turn it off whenever they get those.
Years old.
Whenever I see an injury, I just turn it off.
It sucks. He was playing so well. He's 18 years old, just got like first couple of starts.
Yeah.
He's playing very well on the right side. And all of a sudden you see a guy go down like that who's just starting his career. It's kind of a hindrance. You don't know how he's going to come back from that.
Was it a knee?
I think it was his leg, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to double check, but.
Nice. Yeah, while you're looking that up, I feel like I got to say this again because I say it every week when we talk about Liverpool. Fuck. Alexander-Arnold, again, dude, player of the match?
Yep.
Every time.
Every time. He's the man.
Every game, dude. It's like they have all of these great attacking forwards, Jota, Salah, Mane.
Sadio Mane.
But it's it's the fucking right back that's the dominant.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh man, I would kill to have him.
Yeah.
Kill. To be helping push the ball up top to Son and Kane. Maybe we'd start scoring if we had a guy like that.
I don't know what it is. I like Mane. Mane just has something wrong with him, I think.
He's a weird player to me.
I think he's great. I think he's a great player. He's fast.
He had a great game.
Yeah, he has good games.
But I agree. I feel like what you're thinking too is like sometimes it's just like, oh, he's on the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, like where was he?
He falls off.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he's just
score a goal. I'm just like, what?
Like he kind of just floats around on the side. Like he's like real quick to like one tap, pass it back. Doesn't really possess it.
Yeah, it was an ankle injury.
Ugh. I can't look at that kind of nastiness.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it.
I'm gonna watch it myself. I don't have to watch
nasty.
it. But it's just like I think for so long he was such a good player for like 2 years. He was one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And then last year he kind of had that thing with Klopp where he was getting subbed off, not playing full games. He's getting really mad with himself and the manager and the team. And I think that's still lurking around him. That shadow's just like holding on to him a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
which is sad.
That happens. The sports are, it's a mental game. And these guys can easily be taken out from little things like that. We talked about it when we first started the podcast, just Jose Mourinho. Like, that's what he does. He takes people down.
Yeah.
So if you're not the guy that he likes, like, he completely rips your mental psyche apart and makes you feel like you can't play.
Yeah.
And, like, that's terrible. Speaking of which, didn't he just get his 1,000th career win?
At the death 92-minute El Shaarawy.
Wow.
Roma, top of the Serie A. 5 out of 5.
I hate that he's good. I hate that he's such a fucking good coach, man. He's such a prick.
He's there for a reason. I will never hate that man. I think he's a dick, but I can't.
He's so good.
He's so fucking.
He's so good. 1,000th career win.
He set up United to what they are right now, and I gotta.
So was it not just his 1,000th career win, but wasn't it also like a big numbered game too, like a specific amount of games or something?
I have no idea.
And then that's why it was important that he was able to get it on that day.
Yeah.
And he was trying to play it off all week, saying it didn't really matter. And he was like, meanwhile, I'm like crying on the inside because it matters so much.
Yeah, he's like, I'm lying to everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's look forward a little bit. I want to check into these other games. I know that we have Champions League starting back up. Was that tomorrow? The 14th?
12:45 first game.
I was looking at some of the matchups. I don't think there's any like big jump off the table matchups yet.
No, not really.
You know, kind of early. Should be some pretty easy wins.
Whoa. There's nothing easy about the...
You don't think there's nothing easy about...
Oh, my God. Barcelona, Bayern Munich play tomorrow.
Okay.
3 o'clock.
That one's not on the top of the list here. What time do they play?
3 o'clock.
Okay. I was looking at like Villarreal and Atalanta. Like they play... That's a good one. Sevilla and RB Salzburg. But Salzburg, they just got rid of, I think, their best player, though.
What's his face?
Their midfielder, Sabitzer, yeah. And I love Sabitzer. Huge fan of him. But they got rid of him, so I'm like, I don't know. Are they even good anymore? I don't follow the team.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea plays Zenit.
Yeah.
You guys play the Young Boys, which...
BCS Young Boys.
It's such a ridiculous name. Every time I see
we played them a couple of years ago, and they weren't bad.
It's just I can't imagine. Imagine being the fan. You're like Young Boys, like that's what you're chanting, Young Boys. There's just something terribly wrong about that.
There's some good. There's like some low key good Europa games too. On Thursday, Lyon Rangers. That's a good one. Leicester Napoli. That's going to be a good game.
Wait, you said that Barcelona plays Real? I don't see that.
Barcelona plays Bayern.
Yeah.
I said Bayern.
Oh, I thought you said Real.
No, I did not. There's some good games
Play
on
the
Wednesday.
tape back.
There's some... J-Fly, get in here.
You have to play the tape back.
No, there's a... Wednesday, though, is like a whole slate of solid games Wednesday. Man City, Leipzig, Madrid, Porto, Liverpool, Milan, Dortmund, Besiktas, and Ajax and Sporting.
And Ajax is pretty good right now, right? I feel like last year they were very good. Yeah.
And I think, based off the name, we should hop on the bandwagon on FC Sheriff.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, they're playing Shakhtar Donetsk.
Tell me more.
I don't know what league they're in.
Do we want to be the Sheriffs?
Are we Sheriff fans?
We're the Bees and the Sheriffs?
Bees and the Sheriffs. I don't know what league this is.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Moldovan? I don't know what the fuck that is. Where's Moldova?
It's
is on the Mediterranean?
Yeah, it's Mediterranean.
Yeah. Lisbon and Ajax is going to be a good game too. And Inter and Real. Oh my God, just so many solid games this upcoming weekend, and then right back into the. That's where like people I think get a little, confused about some game. Like soccer players play. They don't play once a week. They play like 2.
So that's the thing that's what kills me too with creating like picking our bets and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, how hard do I have to account for these games? Like, are they legitimately tired?
This is where depth comes in.
Are they actually tired? Like, which game matters more? Like, should I expect them here? Should I expect them more here?
Yeah.
Like, which one do they care about more?
Yeah, that's so tough because you got to take into account a lot of these teams that make deep runs. They have deep squads.
You have to.
You have to have
one
a deep
injury
squad.
on these other teams. It's going to be easier to do it if they're playing in 7 different leagues.
Yeah.
And they're on their home's national team during qualifiers that are going on right now.
Right now that are in the Champions League, I think, are in their respective like cup tournaments. Like national tournaments. I think that's where obviously the longer the season goes on, the easier the game, like the less amount of games you're going to play. But if you're in contention for every one of those, you're kind of screwed in some aspects. Like we talked about the Chelsea and Man City. Mm-hmm. Chelsea played, obviously Chelsea won. Chelsea played their Premier League game, a FA Cup game, and a Champions League final all within 10 days of each other.
And they had the weirdest FA Cup lineup because they knew they had champions. Yeah. And so we were like, now what does that mean? Like, how do I pick this?
Yeah.
Who's going to play here? Yeah. How many minutes is too many minutes?
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know that answer too. So that's why it's like I always try to like double check. But I was like, that's why, seeing Kane had played the 2 games, I was like, shit, not having Son and Kane being as exhausted as he is too. I'm like, damn, we have no like attacks.
Yeah.
Nobody up top because they're the only guys that score.
That can play in contention. Guys being tired. Southampton City. I don't know. Southampton could be come out strong.
True.
City has to play some of their depth guys. They're Some of them too tired to play.
Yeah. Who did we say City was playing?
Southampton.
Oh yeah, that's right. No. Sorry for the.
Oh, they are playing Leipzig.
Okay.
RB
Oh
Leipzig.
yeah, that's right. So they're
Who's
actually
a
they're
solid
a good team. They might have to play some of their starters in that.
I think they will. They have to. They can't afford to lose
Exactly.
the Champions League. You imagine if
they got a couple injuries on that team right now too. So
yeah, if they play if they play their starters, they might win, but they can't afford to lose a Champions League game.
Yeah. Not right off the jump too.
Not right off the jump. They'd be in big trouble.
Damn.
Losing 2 games in 5 matches or 6 matches or whatever. Not good for
all right.
Pep.
Well, so how about this? Looking through then at all of these ridiculous games that we got going on, right? So we got the Premier League, Champions League. What is the game that you are tuning into? You have to see. What are you looking forward to most?
I am going to go for a Premier League game, and I'm going to go with Villa Everton at 12:30 on Saturday.
It's
going to be a good game.
Goals galore. Nice.
There better be. I mean, there better be goals galore.
I want to say
also be very
goals
upset.
galore with like a Sean Connery accent. Yeah.
It was in your mother's handwriting, Trebek.
Oh, that's too good. Yeah, no, I think we've been saying Everton for some reason just finds a way to score. They played today, dominated Burnley 3-1. Did you see when the goals were scored?
No, I haven't even thought.
All in the second half. So I think Burnley scored first. Then Everton scored 3 goals in like 8 minutes.
Let me see here.
Or something like that.
The 60th, the 65th, and the 66th.
In 6 minutes.
Yeah.
3 goals in 6 minutes.
Decore with 2 assists,
and 2 assists in that. Was it Keane got a goal? And who else?
Michael Keane and Townsend.
And Townsend. Dude, Townsend, Keane, Decore. Dude, that team is stacked.
They are stacked. Only if they had James Rodriguez still, that would be on.
And they're lucky too because they do have Pickford as their goalie too, and that dude's won. He knows how to get in there and play in big games.
Yeah, he can get to the final. He knows, but not win, but I mean.
Yeah. But hey, you can get to a final. You've had that experience now, and he didn't lose it.
No, he didn't. I think he's still a pretty good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'm with you on that game too. I think that's probably going to be the most exciting game just because of the fact that you can get so many goals.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be taking the over in that game. I don't care about anything. It'll probably be set at 3, maybe even 3.5. I don't know if they've set the line yet. It's a little early. They might have an opening line though. Yeah. But my guess would be that it would be at 3. And I would take it. I would hammer it at 3. 3.5.
Hammer it at 3. Okay.
Double check.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Obviously, my game for next week though, or for this weekend, is obviously Tottenham Chelsea. I got to see if they can come back. I got to see how they play. They beat Chelsea earlier this year in that weird little Europe league that they're fakely in that started this year. So I know that they have the ability to do that. So I'm really just curious to see if we can get our whole team back. They're going to be rested up. We don't have any games in the middle of this week.
Yeah.
So they should be coming out. Chelsea has to play a couple this week. We're going to go right in, and we're coming after just them. After a terrible loss, I'm expecting Nuno to be on their ass, figuring out what it is that they can do, switching up some of that depth, and then coming in rested and ready. Whereas Chelsea, they're going to be coming in, playing other games, being in Champions League, pushing things around. So, and off of a bunch of wins, they're feeling a little bit too good about themselves.
I'm interested. I mean, it depends. Like, if you guys score and they score, how are you guys going to respond?
Yeah, I think that's the tough part is that I know that scoring for us is going to be 1 or 2 goals. I don't see, we don't really have a team built for a shootout. So we need to make sure that we keep them. Keep them away. I'm just interested. I guess that's gonna figure out. Like, we don't have. Like, is Dyer gonna be out for this game? I don't even know.
Who knows?
Yeah, and
you don't know.
I don't know who's gonna play. Maybe we'll have to have Sanchez. He's a big dude. He can play center back because we need somebody big to be in there for Lukaku. I know Tanganga could potentially do that. He's a big guy too, but one of those guys is gonna have to step up and play on him for most of the game.
Chelsea definitely has the advantage.
Oh yeah,
and it's just how you guys respond to this Crystal Palace loss. And honestly, if you guys can even score a goal, maybe 1 goal, Chelsea hasn't really been rocked that much yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they played Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, we'll be home too. So I mean that also factors in. So like they'll be able to get it home.
That's a good stadium to watch a game in. I mean, I'm interested. I want to see that game. I want to see Villa play. Those are definitely the two best games to watch this weekend.
Yep. And then I don't know why, but I'm also curious I wrote it down here that the Castle Leeds game, just two teams where you just feel like they're just like
I think
they're just due for a win,
Castle's
right? Like
so
I think
due
so
for
too.
a
Like
win.
Castle's been playing well. They have not been getting dominated. Leeds have been playing down. They've had a couple of decent games. They've hung around a little bit, but Castle's legitimately should have already had 2 wins.
Yeah, they should be right in the thick.
They should have won the first game, and they should have won 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
I think here's my thing. I think Newcastle's gonna win, and I think Leeds is gonna. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I'm not a Leeds fan. I hate Leeds. A lot of people, like a lot of Liverpool fans, Manchester United fans, City fans, like Everton, like all the old teams, they all hate Leeds. They've won the league once. They think they're like the shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like you've won it once back in fucking
like 70s.
Yeah. You gotta win some more before you can act like you've won something. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like that
was your dad's team,
which is a good thing to have. Like if you're a cocky team, like you can go out and win games just being confident.
Yep.
But you can't be confident and suck. And right now they're being confident, but they suck.
Yeah.
Just like it's such a
because now that's
thing.
not confidence, bro. That's just straight arrogance at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like that's when it comes down to like being cocky is one thing. Like you strutting your stuff, you got to walk your walk. But if you're not walking with it, you're just being arrogant as hell.
They're trying to make plays that even Liverpool and Man City don't even make.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to like make tiki-taka, make small passes, like open up space. Like that's not your team. Your striker can't even outrun a center back.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the center backs now are just freaks of nature, but like still, your striker should be in general faster
than the center
back
backs.
line.
Yeah, there's a reason why they play back.
Yeah. But honestly, it's just change the formation, play Dan James on the wing. He'll create some space.
If they play him on the wing, that'll be fun to watch.
They can lob balls in behind the defense.
Yeah,
behind that back line, and it'll make a difference. But they don't. Like Bielsa gets praised for being such a good coach, but he's making all the wrong decisions on his team.
Yeah,
even as like the team pick, like the match day team, the match day squad or whatever. Like it's all wrong. It's all wrong. He needs to figure it out. And as soon as he figures it out, I think they can put some good plays together, some good goals, some good wins. Maybe they'll end up mid-table, maybe bottom. They're not going to get relegated, but if they don't figure it out soon, I'm a little worried.
But I think that's what brings that intrigue for me for that game, because I think that it's a kind of game where either one of those teams pulls out a win, they don't take the draw. You might see them kind of start making some moves, maybe kind of finding that actual confidence and that swagger.
Yeah, I hope they do.
It's a game where they're evenly matched. Either one of these teams could win this.
I'm on. I just like Newcastle.
I do too.
I like the way they play. Like I like the way they're
set
up. I like their players.
Injuries, because I feel like they. Oh yeah, Duma is hurt.
Yeah, they've missed it. They missed their. I mean, unfortunately, they missed a lot of their attacking options this past weekend playing against.
Oh yeah, Callum Wilson was out. I was like, I didn't see. Like, I feel like I didn't see all their players.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wilson, and I'm a big Callum Wilson fan. He's my guy. And then Paul Dumet. Yeah, both those guys were kind of big misses. It looks like they might be out this week too. So that changes things up a little bit. It's going to be a little less scoring for them.
Yeah.
Because that really just has Maximin is like the only real scoring option now for them.
Yeah. Like they
Joe
lined
Linton, like he's not really like I'm not.
I think I like Joe Linton.
Do you?
Saint Maximin's pretty good. I like.
Yeah,
him.
I like Saint Maximin, but I like him when he's playing out there with
Matt
Callum
Ritchie.
Wilson.
Like their left side, great.
Yeah.
Their right side, not great.
No. And Willock like really plays like just a center, that true center back. So he's going to be more running around versus trying to score.
They're missing John Joe Shelby too.
Oh, I knew there was that one name.
That one hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I'm still on them though. I still think that team.
I'm on Newcastle.
Yeah, that team has done too much to get a win to not have one.
Yeah.
And eventually in this type of game, things like that just work out.
Yeah, they're one of the teams that you can't hate. They're just those teams that you can't hate. I like.
Yep. And every once in a while, their jerseys look dope.
I love the black and white stripes.
Oh yeah, they look like a referee out there. So 2 early picks. We'll put them out on Thursday. Sorry, everybody, we didn't put them out this week.
I was saving up my money for college football.
I was like, I had too much riding in the first week of the NFL. I was like, you know what?
I did terrible.
After getting absolutely smashed the week before a couple weeks ago. Like, I lost all of my picks. I was like, you know what? I was like, a little cold. I was like, take a breather, watch the game, see what's going on.
I'm cold right now.
Yeah.
I'm on a cold streak.
So
we'll get back to it though.
I think I'm gonna be looking to watch the lines for the Southampton Everton over. I'm gonna be looking for Castle's money line, seeing what their money line's gonna be at. They're gonna be at home. I was on them a couple weeks ago. They should have won. They've played very well at home. I like that. And Tottenham, I'm gonna see what the spread is.
Yeah.
If I can get them at like +1.5, I think that's a hammer. So I'll see what their spread kind of opens up at.
I like that.
But if you can get them at 1.5, that might be really worth it because that may basically draw no bet type of action.
Yeah.
Because I really think that they're gonna match up very well against Chelsea, or that's what they have been recently. Even last year, they played them well. So those are the games I'm really looking at in terms of potential plays.
Do a little player prop. Let's get Ronaldo.
Again?
Let's get Ronaldo to score
but
again.
It's going to be too high. It's all just too high.
It's all too high.
It's not worth it.
It's not. Let me look.
Yeah, you said it was -225.
-225
like,
his first game to score.
You can miss me on that. I'm not betting a -225 for a guy to score a goal.
Let me see.
Even though he does score every game.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, I can't believe it's like doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real
that he's back
on that team.
You're like, was I sleeping?
It fucking felt like I was dreaming, but it is so good.
I think I wish we could go in. I want to see what I got a new prop builder on my app here that I use for my bookie, and I'm going to see if I can try to get a little prop for an assist. Try to look for a Decore assist or a Pogba assist, like something like that.
I would go for a Pogba assist.
Yeah,
maybe.
Same with Decore. I think because that's going to be a high octane game.
Yeah.
So those are kind of our early little picks. We'll put them out on Instagram. So make sure you get back on Instagram with us at the Linesmen _HB. And that's going to do it for us today, folks. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the best part of the year in terms of sports. We got football. We got playoff baseball coming up. We got college. We got soccer. Then we're going to be moving in pretty soon. We got hockey
coming in.
We got basketball coming back. I mean, guys, this is the mecca. This is when everything's happening.
I would say like November.
Follow Hedge Better for everything. All sports.
Everyone's
Let's
even
go.
on Monday, baby.
Everybody's even on Monday. Later.